Hi guys, my name is Hugo and welcome back to my channel. Today I bring you two reviews, The Open House by Sam Carrington and The Hunting of Brynn Wilder by Wendy Webb. So first of all, I want to thank NetGallery and the publishers for allowing me to read advanced copies of these two books. Let's start with Open House, which was the first book that I've read. So, Open House follows the story of Amber. She's a mother of two children. She's recently getting divorced of Nick, who is the father of the children, and she's already in another relationship, so she wants to sell her house so she can move in with the boyfriend to another state and take in the children. Amber is very independent. She doesn't forgive Nick for what he did. She wants to move from that town that is very small. She wants to rebuild her life. She is selling so they can divide the money, but the house is on the market for a few times and it's not getting any results, not having any any attention. So the real estate agent proposed to do an open house so the house can get more views. It's very publicized, and she ends agreeing to that. She has a smart app on her phone. She can see the entrance of the house, and while she's out of the house during the open house, she decides to check in to see how many guests are, and she counts 13 people. And she keeps watching it instead of hanging out with her girlfriends. She's watching the house and counts 12 people living out, and she's very obsessed with the missing 13th person. So the first thing she comes out of the house is looking for that person, and then it starts mystery. Who was that 13th person? Where that 13th person was? If was Amber going a little bit insane or stressful for the situation? And basically this is the plot of the book. This book follows the Amber perspective and the Barb perspective. Barb, or Barbara, is the grandmother of the kids, so Nick's mother, and Amber ex-mother-in-law, because they are divorced. Now, what did I thought? First of all, I thought the writing style was very accessible, but in terms of a domestic thriller or a thriller, the writing style was not captivating me. I've read other thrillers, for example, Gone Girl, The 8 Perfect Murders. I can put the image here so you can see the different types, and they captivate me on the reading. I want to read more and to know more and not stopping until I know the answers. And in this one, I didn't feel that compulsion to keep reading. It was, okay, it's enjoyable, it's nice, but it's not, I need to read this, I need to end the book very fast. But that's not a so negative point, but comparing to other thrillers, it's not the most captivating story of all. In terms of plot, I thought the idea was very interesting. The missing 13th person, what is gonna happen, what can happen where there's people hide in a house, and Nick, this is important. It's not a spoiler because it happens in the beginning of the book. Nick is a cop, so it's a detective more specifically, and she asked him to see the house. So if he doesn't find anyone, that's mess with you, things change in the house, moving from places, fuses out, things missing and then appearing in other place, and I thought that was very good. Now, a couple of things that I didn't enjoy so much. I thought, in continuing the story, I think the dual perspective between Amber and Barb was very interesting. I really enjoy seeing the perspective of a mother who wants to live her life, change her life after what Nick did, and Barbara, who doesn't want to lose her family, doesn't want to lose Amber, although she thinks she doesn't like her. It's still his daughter-in-law, and they have grandchildren, so she doesn't want to lose everything that she has because she lost a son. And that is very in the beginning of the book that we know that she lost a son. Nick's brother disappeared, and that's a concern that Barbara has of losing the rest of her family. What I dislike more about this book was the end. I thought all the book was about that 13th person, and in the end it was nothing about that. The reveal comes very fast. It didn't give a plot twist that will make you go, oh god, I didn't saw that. And the big reveal comes from a plot that is not developed during the book, so you're not invested. I didn't feel invested on that plot to be concerned about what's happening or caring about the situation. It wasn't a plot that you say I was invested from the beginning or the middle. I was built up and anxiously giving hints, giving thoughts about that. No, your thoughts were in the mystery of the house, and after that is solved, you have the big mystery the author decided. So I thought that it was a misleading way. I thought it shouldn't given such a way on that. I also thought the end was not rushed, but I think it should be a little bit longer so you can build that other plot more, so you can get more invested. I also didn't like so much the Amber double perspective. Not a double perspective, a double standards. You know, Nick did a awful thing, but then someone else does another awful thing, and she forgives quicker the other than her husband. I thought it was, it didn't play with me. I didn't like that so much, but overall it was an entertaining book. I thought just the end should be a little bit different. I was expecting something different, more connected with the house than with the other mystery that I didn't care. That was the problem. I gave it 3 stars. I think it's a solid book. I think it's enjoyable. I enjoy reading it, so it's not a bad book at all. But comparing to other thrillers and other domestic thrillers, I've read better. If you like a light domestic thriller, you will be enjoying this one. So the next book is The Hunting of Brynn Wilder by Wendy Webb. So I didn't enjoy this book at all. So as you yeah, I didn't enjoy at all. So if you go for the cover, you see it's a creepy girl, very dark, plays with a red dress. The name, The Hunting of Brynn Wilder, you think, oh, ghosts and gonna be spooky things, and we're gonna have spooky vibes. But no, nothing of that happened. It's a cliche romance story, just that. I can say it's paranormal because the paranormal, it's almost none there. Everything comes messy. So I will explain how my excitement was for the book. Let's start here. It's like the middle. You go, okay, last 1/3 in the book starts growing because things start happening, and it's very good, starts growing, but then it's slightly going down until it falls till the end. Better than I say what the story is about. So we follow Brynn Wilder. She's a professor in college, but she suffers the death of her mother. So she's taking a time off, and she's coming back to college next month. She decides to go visit her friend Kate, who's living near the Lake Superior. She stays in a house, and spooky things start happening. She meets a handsome, a tattoo boy, very bad vibes. It doesn't have nothing to do with hunting. The ghosts that appear are not ghosts at all. The plot is not more than an insta-love cliche for me. I didn't enjoy it at all. I was enjoyable at 1/3 of the book, then starts losing my interest, and by the end is so messy and so fast, and everything comes with nonsense that I was like, what the hell is going on? And then in the end I was like, yeah, no, it wasn't for me. So a couple things that I want to talk about. One thing that bothered me was, and if you want interested, a spoiler alert, it goes here, but I think it won't say anything. The people who live there, and specifically the owner and the bartender, says, it's normal to see ghosts, we totally understand. a lot of people see ghosts and we believe you. I would say that is not normal. If someone says to me, I see a ghost, I say, well, maybe you're kidding or you're tired. If someone starts seeing a lot of ghosts, I'll say, maybe it's time to look for medical help because it might be a disease. But no, it's normal. It's normal to see ghosts. We see them all the time here. It's a haunting hin, but nothing happens. So yeah, that was one of my problems with this book. The other is that instant love thing doesn't really work for me. I don't like, see, I'm in love, I want to spend my life with that handsome unknown boy that I met like today. No, doesn't work for me. Can be like 1 month after being in love. Okay, I get it, they didn't spend 1 month. Yeah, basically it's this. It's very messy. The end is rushed, is messy. Things and Brynn starts complaining, starts arguing with A, and in the next minute she's okay with A, but it was a big fight and she will never trust in her or him again. No, just for plots. I gave it 1 star. It was bad. I was thinking between 1 and 2, but 2 I think is books that are not for me. But this is not a good book. It's not a good story. I think the information is misleading, and I think the title in the cover goes against what the book is about, and I think it's not how it should be. So I don't have so much to say because I don't want to do a rant, but it wasn't a good book at all. I didn't enjoy it. And scientific point here. In one part, so let's get geeky, they say that salt increases the gravity of water. As a chemist, let me explain this. So density, gravity doesn't increase in that way. So what increases, because they are talking about separating the oil of the fish with the water. So what it plays here is the density. So the water is more dense than the oil, so the oil goes up. Usually organics and specifically oils can be denser or less denser than water. So when you put salt, you are increasing the density of water because you are increasing the content of molecules in the water. So when you're adding salt, sodium chlorate, you are increasing the concentration of ions, so you are increasing the density of water. That's how it works. That's why distillated water is less dense than tap water, for example, or mineral water. The term gravity, I was like, this cannot be correct. And I checked it and I thought, well, you can call it gravity if you call specific gravity, which is the term for relative density, which is the density related when it's compared to water. Usually you go like 1.2, which means that compound or that liquid is 1.2 times denser than water. But just gravity is not correct. So it was a geeky moment on the channel. So okay, this was my reviews of The Open House and The Hunting of Brynn Wilder. I want to know if you read these books, if you were thinking on reading, what are your thoughts now? What are your thoughts on this type of books? I post videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and sometimes on Saturday, so I see you guys on my next video. Bye!